All right, let's dive in. We're going to go on a journey today into the world of a triathlete. We're talking about the whole thing, from that very first spark of an idea, all the way to the glory of the finish line. And yeah, all the grit and gear that comes in between.
So, what does it really take to triumph in a sport like this? You might think it's all about physical strength and endurance, right? But as we're about to see, the answer is so much bigger than that. It's about strategy, mindset, and something even more profound.
And this quote right here, it just nails it. This is the core idea. Success in triathlon isn't some one-size-fits-all trophy. Nope. It's a deeply personal thing, defined by how well you prepare, your ability to bounce back when things go wrong, and ultimately, your courage to just run your own race.
Every single journey, no matter how epic, starts with a single moment, a spark. And a lot of the time, that spark comes from watching somebody else do something that just seems incredible. It plants that little seed in your head, that powerful question, hey, could I do that?
I mean, just look at Menow Kulhas at Ironman, Arizona. This was a total masterclass in how to race. He didn't just bulldoze his way to a win. He executed a flawless strategic race. We're talking tactical genius and just unbelievable consistency. It's the kind of performance that makes you lean forward and say, whoa. And this number, this says it all. The result of that perfect strategy, a brand new Dutch long-distance record. Seeing a time like this makes the sheer scale of that achievement incredibly real. Think about that. Almost 7.5 hours of pushing your body to its absolute limit. Just incredible. But triumph isn't always about breaking the tape. Take Paula Findle's story. After a really tough race and dealing with an injury, she made the incredibly hard but super smart decision to pull out of a major race. Why? To focus on her long-term health. That kind of mental strength, that's a huge victory in its own right.
Okay, so you're inspired. That fire is lit. What's next? It's time to take action. And for any triathlete, that means getting your hands on the right equipment, the tools of the trade.
Now, one of the first big questions for any beginner is, what about the bike? Let's say you've got a budget of around 3,000 pounds. Do you go for a versatile aero road bike that's great for group rides and training? Or do you go all in on a specialized time trial bike that's built for one thing, pure, unadulterated speed? As you can see, it's that classic trade-off. Do you want versatility and comfort, or raw speed and aerodynamics? And you know, gear isn't just about the bike anymore. Athletes are now biohacking their performance, looking for any little edge they can get. This can start with something foundational and simple, like taking a magnesium supplement to get better sleep. Or you can go high-tech with advanced recovery tools like a Theragun. It's all about finding that extra 1%. So inspiration gets you started, and the gear gives you the tools, but the real journey, that's forged in the months and months of hard work that nobody sees. We're talking about the training grind, and this is where your dedication meets some really tough, unexpected challenges. And this is the raw, tough reality of it. Just imagine training for an entire year, pouring your heart and soul into a goal, only to get hit with an injury like quad tendonitis just 3 weeks before your race. This quote from a community member, man, it just perfectly captures that feeling of absolute devastation.
But this is where the community and getting good advice becomes so important. You're not helpless. There is a path forward. The key is to listen to your physio, shift your focus to what you can still do, like build your core and upper body strength, and use low-impact stuff like swimming. And maybe the most important thing, remember you are not the first person this has happened to. You're not alone.
And here's the payoff. This piece of wisdom from another community member just says it all. It's about flipping that switch in your brain. Stop focusing on what's been taken away and start focusing on what you can still accomplish. That simple shift is how you get across the finish line. Okay, after months of grinding it out, it's finally here. The culmination of everything, race day. This is where all the training, all the planning, and all that mental prep gets put to the ultimate test. And as you're about to see, you've got to expect the unexpected. Race day can be a tale of two extremes. On one side, you have the absolute thrill of an event like the Tongyang Cup, where the win comes down to a razor-thin margin and pure tactical brilliance. And then you have the other side, the chaos of the Dubai T100, where tech failures and lap counting mistakes just threw everything into disarray. It just goes to show some things are totally out of your control. And amidst all the excitement and the drama, we have to pause and acknowledge the very real risks. The tragic events at Ironman 70.3 Mossel Bay are just a heartbreaking, sobering reminder that athlete safety has to be the #1 priority. It is absolutely non-negotiable.
So, as we've been seeing, a triathlon is about so much more than just one person crossing a finish line. It's about the entire ecosystem around the sport, the community that lifts these athletes up, and the way the sport itself continues to grow and evolve.
A really fantastic example of this evolution is Ironman's recent change to its qualifying rules. By basing the number of world championship slots on how many people are actually participating, they've taken a massive step toward gender equity. This makes the sport fairer, more welcoming, and builds a much more inclusive community for everyone. It's a huge win. And that community, its power is on display every single day. Just look at these real-world examples from forums online. Athletes helping each other figure out massive 48-week training plans, debating the tiniest adjustments to their aero bars for comfort, even talking through whether a crazy expensive auction bid for a dream race is worth it. This shared knowledge is just invaluable. So after going on this whole journey, from that first little spark, through the gear and the grind, all the way to the finish line and the community beyond, it really all comes back to a personal goal. Every single great journey starts with one small step. So what's yours going to be?